Yep.
So episode 2 is From Out of Nowhere Part 2.
Which is them running out of the ship to go fight.
In which our Rangers get their asses kicked by the Quantron thing.
Now, the Quantrons have these weapons that are similar to the Klingon weapon.
Yes,
the
they
Batleth.
look very much like a Batleth kind of design.
Yes. I know.
Although, considering the fact that they make how many different fucking pop culture references to other sci-fi shows...
This is slightly Star Trek influenced, too, when you watch
Heavily
it. So, I mean,
Star Trek.
Yeah.
With a bit of Star Wars in one episode.
Right. They were taking from sci-fi that they knew worked and hoping they could dumb it down just enough to make it work for kids and Power Rangers.
Right.
I think it did because I really like this series.
It's decent.
I really like this series.
I have my issues here and there.
I will tell you that Mighty Morphin, I go back to it because that's my nostalgic. That was my first Ranger series.
Right.
And then when Space came out, it blew me away. It really did.
Right.
And it actually saved the series, to be fair.
True.
Because this show was this series was so successful.
It was immediately after a What the Fuck series.
Yes. And because it was so good, they kept it going because it was going to get canceled.
Yeah.
That's the
Turbo
reason.
did not live up to expectations. And Space was the last season, but they were like, man, people are watching this show.
So they get their asses kicked.
Yeah, yes, they do. And they get their asses kicked.
And he beats them all down.
Yes, because he's...
And they run away.
And then after he beats them down...
He powers down.
He's basically like, okay, this is me. That's you.
You're human.
Yeah.
Well, and
Ashley
makes fun of that, too. When they go, when he walks away, and he's like, you're human? And she's like, well, how was I supposed to know? He could have been a lizard person.
So he tries to open up a little bit. He's like, okay, here's trust. This is me. That's you. I'm going to go get your shit ready. You're not supposed to be here.
I'm sending you back to Earth.
Yeah.
You're going back to Earth because you're not... Don't know jack or shit about
space.
space.
And they kept saying that, well, we're all in this together. We're looking for Zordon, too, just like you are.
But that's not his mission.
He's a lone wolf. He's a lone ranger.
His mission only became Zordon recently.
At the end,
I'm positive that his team was supposed to be in prep. He was supposed to be building a team that would have been a strike force against the Empire.
Yep. Strike and infiltration.
And later on in this episode, we're talking like at the end, I'm going to do my best to convince you that Andros is good. He'll be a good leader.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, so where are we? He's sending them home?
He's helping Alpha get his voice back by going through the voice tryouts for the new Alpha.
Yes.
That's fine. Yeah, he fixes Alpha's voice.
Yeah, because my next note is Dickhead Red leaves others on planet with ship that doesn't have rockets that can break into space on its own if there's an actual atmosphere on this planet.
And Alpha gets left behind on the ship.
They forgot.
Alpha purposely stayed behind on the ship.
Yeah. But Alpha had a damn good point because he's going to need all the help to not only find Zordon, but save him.
He knows Alpha.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Billy explained it to him.
No, that's just it.
How does he?
He knows Alpha. He knows Alpha, knows what it is, knows how to fix him.
Yep.
And trusts Alpha's judgment when Alpha says, look, man, I get it. He basically says, I know why you were selected originally, but plans have changed. That's basically what this argument came down to was, look, I know that you're out here looking for your own team. Mm-hmm. I know that you got your own shit going on. But right now...
Finding Zordon is our priority.
Yes. The mission is changed. Now, finding Zordon is the priority, and those guys already know how to do this.
And not only that, but you were looking for your team, and just so happened you have 4 extra morphers, and you were handed
a group of people who
happen to be ex-Rangers.
Yep.
They came across your ship. They were basically spoon-fed to you.
It literally doesn't get any better than this.
You need these 4.
And why does he take Alpha's judgment? Because I think Alpha was one of the guy. I think Alpha, Zordon, and Billy were making trips into space because the Rangers were at school and camping and snowboarding and shit.
And while they were doing that,
I think Zordon and them were working on something else, which has been proven multiple times that the technology in the command center is never stagnant. It is always changing, always developing, always advancing, always redesigning.
Well,
Right.
it was until it got bloated up.
Right.
Then they
Wait.
transferred elsewhere.
I just thought of something.
What's that?
Zordon can disappear
No.
at any time. No?
I think Zordon is bound to a set of distribution tubes.
Yeah.
Where he can just go to the tube on Earth.
Because there was a tube in a basement area, not our joke, there was a subsection command center where
Yeah.
he could go down there. There was the above command center, which no longer exists.
Yep.
That first tube was destroyed, which means they probably took the only tube they had left and moved it up.
So
Yeah.
so I'm wondering if there's like other tubes in other places
is.
then.
There may have originally been, but he's stuck in the one they detached him because he's being transferred. His essence is being transferred through
Yeah.
computer systems. And
Yep.
when they unplugged him, he's stuck in that
I
terminal.
literally think that.
Yep.
I also think there's a tube on Aquatar.
There might have been, but I
Because
There
he-
very
was
well
taken.
could be,
It
but he
was
can't
taken.
move from the one he's in.
No.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a communication relay. He has to be able to move through an open circuit. It's closed. He's stuck in there.
Yep.
Which is why they're corrupting him, just like you would corrupt in darkness. And just like we destroy that tube at the end, spoilers, and release the Z-Wave and massive rush of positive energy across the universe, I think their idea was to drop a negative A-bomb on the galaxy.
Yep.
So more or less transfer Zordon to negative energy and
then destroy him.
Yeah. Turn
And
everybody
it would be
evil.
the difference of the Z-Wave cutting across the
Basically,
universe.
Zordon knew going into this that he was nothing more than on a suicide mission.
He was their weapon.
He was a
no,
ticking
he was,
time bomb.
He was their weapon. He was a ticking time bomb, and if the Rangers couldn't get to him, he was going to be responsible for destroying everything.
Yep.
And at the end, I know we're skipping way ahead, but because we know the series, okay? The reason he finally said, listen, destroy this tube. I won't even take the chance of you failing here, not being able to win this fight, and then I go back into their hands, and then I'm responsible for the destruction of an entire galaxy. Break my tube right now, and I can solve all of this. I would use the exact same weapon that they were planning to use against the galaxy against them. Destroy this tube.
Yep.
That's what that conversation at the end is really about. Because right now we're already seeing them set it up. They want to corrupt the energy in the tube. Why? We know the Z-Wave is a thing. So we're not waiting till the end of the whole series to know this information. We know it. So we could speculate right now they were turning Zordon into a weapon.
Yep. And
And
especially
it takes a long
because
time.
It takes a long time because they have to corrupt. He is the most powerful positive
I think
source
it was-
of energy in the universe.
I think it was barely halfway at the end, wasn't he?
I cannot remember honestly.
All I know
I'm
is
sorry.
that it takes a very long
Yeah.
time to corrupt.
And not
Yes.
only does it take a very long time, but if you look at it in terms of Star Wars, because we play a lot of those games like the KOTORs and that, the light side is usually what color?
Blue.
Blue.
It's
Blue.
like a blue and a white.
And if you look at the corruption,
It's always
it's red.
And black.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of Star Wars good guy, bad guy, dark side, light side shit happening in Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
All right, so where are we?
Okay, so-
They are
It's out.
morphing. Their first time morphing where they look like,
Quantrons come
Oh,
down and
not
beat their
quite yet,
ass.
because technically they were running away from lasers in human form without any morphers.
Yeah, they were going to die.
Yeah.
This was
Astronomer
their
gonna
end.
kill him.
Yeah.
And then, because Corone, unlike, here's the thing,
Astronomer.
right off the bat, I'm sorry, yes, I apologize. Same person, but I get the, yes,
at this
right
point,
now she is
astronomer.
Astronomer. We have
At
to
this
remember
point,
that.
astronomer.
We have to remember that because these are different characters.
Yes, they are.
Because just like in Star Wars, once you're saved, you're Anakin Skywalker.
Anakin
Yeah.
and Darth Vader are two different people.
They're two different people.
Even
so
though
he-
the
Darth
same.
Vader's better.
Exactly.
Darth Vader's better.
So, yes, we
true.
can't call her Corone because there is a legitimate difference by the rules of this universe.
Yep.
Astronomer. Right off the bat, we get to do something we haven't got to do in a long motherfucking time. Aside from the fact that I was able to, I feel like, even though I don't like it, I can prove that there was a competence to dumb bitch.
Yeah.
There's an immediate competence to this bad guy when she comes down to a planet, she sees these people and she says, now wait, you guys were Power Rangers? And they're like, that's right. And she's like, so this is what happens when you're not Power Rangers, right? And they're like, yeah. And she's like,
I'll be right back.
I'm going to kill you now. I'm going to do that.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get my world-ending laser. Hold on.
I'm going to go get my world-ending laser and blow you the fuck away.
Because
I'm not going to shoot little lightning bolts that make you flip.
Actually, when she
I'm
was
gonna
walking away,
blow
she
your
talked
ass
to
away.
She talked to the lead Quantatron, and she's like, destroy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what that meant? Hold them right there.
Yeah.
I'll be.
She was already
She knew
opening up
better.
a hole in the atmosphere.
Yep.
Yeah.
When
And
she
they
teleported up.
They used to be Power Rangers. Destroy them means they're going to kick your ass. They might not have powers right now, but they're still going to kick your ass a little. Hold them right the fuck there.
Hold them right there, because I'm about to fucking Danzeba fucking orbital strike these
Yep.
motherfuckers into nothingness.
And before that could happen, the Astro Mega ship comes down, fucking flies right over him, and blows the fucking Quantrons away because shoot.
Yeah, because that's a lot of wind.
Because plot
Yep.
armor. Yeah.
Yep. And fucking parks it and fucking runs out and he's like, here, take these.
Take these morphers that I have.
Take these and do what I do.
But we have analyzed. Oh, and by the way, they morphed.
Yeah.
They look like they're waking up.
They morphed. There's a reason I had a problem with that scene.
Scott, well, after he hands it to him,
He
Andrew
didn't.
says, let's.
Let's rock it.
There we go. How do they know to hit 335?
They didn't. They
Yep.
didn't know.
He did.
Nobody told them a goddamn thing, and he didn't do it first, and then them watch
Well, hold
him.
on. Let me borrow that real quick.
He did
'cause,
say, just do what I do.
Let me
And
turn it back
since
on.
it is
No,
a
no, I
keypad-
don't need it on.
Since it is a keypad,
see, they've got this little cheat sheet up here.
Oh, yeah.
There's cheat sheet.
does it say morph or
It
something?
says 335 and then hit enter and then
okay,
it shows
no,
Ranger.
No. It says that on the toy.
No, it showed on
it
this.
says
No,
it
they
does
had
do it on
close-
the
they had
morpher
a close
show.
of it.
That's bad.
There's close up.
That's stupidity then.
Yeah.
No, that's hardcore stupidity. That means any moron can
Could
get a hold
literally
of
wrap
those.
it up and go, oh, boop,
I
boop,
could find
boop, boop.
I could find this thing and not turn into the Green Ranger. I don't know how to use it.
Yep. You don't know that you have to say morph in time,
Yep.
flip the coin, hit to do the thing.
I don't know how
That-
to use it.
Yeah,
While
this,
there,
you
while
strap
there
it
are
on your
things
wrist
I
and
love
boop,
about
boop,
this
boop,
show,
boop, boop.
this series, I thought was really good. There are things that are bad. This
Here's what I'm going
morpher-
to give. Here's what I'm going to give the cheat sheet. This is the only reason it works. The only reason it works is right here.
Mm-hmm.
While Billy, Zordon, and Alpha were able to get these two guys ready, they weren't able to train them. They left a training holodeck, and the cheat sheet was put on the morpher, assuming that it would be taken off later.
Yeah.
But Andros doesn't know about that
Yeah,
shit.
because there's even a million other codes in here too. Like, let's see, 259 looks like it's the rocket jet.
Yep.
One of them actually teleports you.
761 gets you the tank that we'll see later.
There is a combination that makes you teleport.
The
Yeah.
only reason that works is because that cheat sheet was put on there because he was not fully trained.
Yep, exactly.
Now that's the only thing. That is the only reason that when he's like, watch what I do, and he pushes the button and it flips open, so they do it.
Okay.
But he already knows the input.
So they can look at that
And
and
they're
they're like, morph, I see it.
Okay,
So,
335.
yeah, because technically the way that it should have gone is it should have gone, do what I do. And he pushes it, and then they push it, and they look and they go, oh. And as he hits 3, they hit 3. So it should have gone 3, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5. Woo, 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 woo,
Because
woo.
to be fair, it does tell you, well, even in the show, when you hit 3, the morpher says 3,
Yeah.
3, 5. When
So,
you
yeah,
hit, when you
so
hit enter.
technically there should have been a slight delayed reaction.
That's fine. I'm willing to
But-
accept that because of the storyline we've laid down and the fact that you had the prop. That fixes that for me.
Yes.
And-
No, I like that.
And
Yeah.
not only that, but like Scott said, because this is their first time morphing, it's like they're awakening again.
Yeah.
Because they're standing there and they open their eyes, and the fucking and it shows them their costume, and then bam, they're morphed.
Yeah.
Like you're awakening, you're becoming something again.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because then he pulls out the fucking drill saber, and all of a sudden they're like,
And-
oh,
and everyone
I want
knows-
to do that too.
Everyone learns their weapons already.
Yeah.
Well, we already figured
we
out.
already know what's going
Yeah.
on with that morphing
The
grid.
second
We
the-
know
Yep,
that
yep.
memories, and I'm telling you, I'm tired of it. Every single time we do this, I bring this up. Every single time we do an episode, I bring this up.
Yep.
The powers transfer memories and skills
Yep.
and experience.
and experiences
but-
to the users and
Well,
augment the human form, and you're going to. I've got people that are like, "That's bullshit. He doesn't know what he's talking about." I went back and watched all our previous stuff, all our previous episode reviews before I came in here to do this one, and I was reading some of the comments, and they were like, the Power Rangers are not augmented. They're only augmented in the Ranger form. Bullshit, because the next episode, the same fucking Quantrons that killed all fucking 4 of these motherfuckers, or would have, they didn't stand a goddamn chance. They lost to these things twice. They will beat their ass in human form without competition in the very next fight.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
They fight monsters out of the suit, and while they don't beat
Exactly.
their ass,
Exactly.
they held their own.
Exactly.
Exactly. And here's more credence to
They can't
Billy
do that.
made it.
Yeah.
More credence to Billy made it. Let me try that out. And it goes to POV perspective. You were looking through TJ's eyes at his fucking screen monitor in his visor, and a little drop-down menu comes up. And it's like the fucking the eye tracker that they have now. And he fucking looks up at his fucking little axe, and it comes down, and it goes, there's that, here's this. Oh, click that. Hey, look, I have an axe now.
Well,
Carlos, oh shit.
Well, the reason why that is there is because this
Because
series
the digital
is a
shit.
digital
Yes.
series in Sentai.
But at the same time,
But
it still works out to
It
our
worked,
theory
it
of
worked.
Billy made it because
and he knew
Random jackass,
and he
here's the
knew
thing.
he knew there had to be a training program inserted into the morphing system
to teach you to not be a dumb fuck and how
because
to be a ranger.
because nobody was going to be there to teach these guys.
Yeah.
They were going to have even less leadership. They were going to have even less mentorship than the original Rangers had. They had to be trained on the spot, quickly, tutorial menus.
Yep.
I agree. No, that's perfect. I'm okay with that. You know, they knew how to morph because there's a cheat sheet in the morpher.
Yes.
Right.
So they never take away
And
because
at the same
because
time,
they've also
when
been
the
Rangers
technology when
previously.
the technology activates, there's some sort of cheat sheet running in their visor.
and then he's like, when he sees the spiral saber, Carlos like, I got to get me some of that lunar lance.
Right.
Which, by the way,
astral axe.
just to mention the weapons, I know we've done it on the fucking costume reviews. I like that lance. I like it for one reason. It is different than any Ranger weapon we've seen yet. We've seen guns.
Yeah.
Yes,
We've seen the swords and
We've
things like that.
seen
Sure, Spiral Saber is
blasters, yeah.
Spiral Saber is slightly different. It's a fucking sword.
It's a drill.
But here's
it's a
the
drill that
thing.
he can swing.
Which we'll
Those-
see again later. With
We
the
haven't
drill
seen
arm
a bow
on fucking-
staff.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a bow staff. Sure, it's got that little moon on the end, but that's not actually its primary thing. It is a bow staff. We've never seen one.
No,
The
the
closest
moon
we
thing can
came
hold
was the
you, that's about
lance,
it.
and the power lance he used to stab people.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have a trident.
Because it's an actual,
Wasn't it like a trident?
He
Yeah.
had the power lance.
The power lance was
Yeah.
Billy's. And
Yeah.
yes, it's basically, it's a
And
fucking
it can break
trident
apart.
spear.
Because when they made the
Yes.
gun,
But
he can break it apart and
doesn't
throw
break
it.
apart. This one is very much like a pike or a
Yes, it's
or
a
a bow
lance.
staff.
Yeah.
And because of the crescent moon shape at the end, he can grab, and that's why he grabbed that guy
Yes.
and lifted him up.
Yes.
I
Now-
tend to like the fight scenes where I see that thing
Now,
used
let me-
because it's different
I'm
and
going to tell
interesting.
TJ got the astral axe. Okay, you are not
Didn't
Zach.
like
You
that
did
weapon.
not get man-sized
Didn't
axe.
like
Yeah.
that weapon.
You
Kind
got-
of weak and sad
He
looking.
got hand axe. Well, Zach has.
There's a
axe.
reason.
Zach had an axe.
Yeah. Which is
Zach-
the reason why
okay,
as I laughed
no.
later on at
See-
the termite one.
He had a
I've got my axe. Oh fuck, I ain't got nothing now.
TJ had a hatchet.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had like a death hatchet.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Zach had an axe. Nobody yet has had a battle axe.
Yeah.
And then you've got Ashley has the slingshot thing. What's it called?
Stupid.
Because the satellite stunner or whatever.
That's
Sling
called
Blaster,
stupid.
I think. I think it's like Sling Blaster, I think. Something along
Yeah,
those
she's got
lines.
like a slingshot blaster.
Stupid.
And
Well,
then
so-
Cassie
Isn't-
gets the satellite.
Yeah.
Yeah, satellite dish ray gun.
It's fine.
You only like. There's only one weapon you don't like.
They get guns.
They have guns too.
They get guns, and you know what's dumb about that? They already had guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get guns, and even though all they had to do is like, oh, I got a gun. I got two guns.
They're like, well, this gun stuns people.
Right.
Yay.
Why don't you use the gun on your belt? There's a gun on my belt?
Exactly.
Oh, wow, there's a gun
They
on my
already,
belt.
They already
Right.
had guns.
Although, don't get me wrong, then you've got chicks running around dual-wielding pistols and shooting
My
people
favorite
twice,
weapon
but-
is Carlos's. I love that lunar
Yeah.
lance.
I did.
Yeah.
I thought that was the coolest weapon of this series that I've seen.
Oh, until you get to
I like
Zane.
Andros's, but it sucks that it breaks so easily.
It also doesn't do what it's supposed. Look,
it's a drill.
no, it's not.
No.
Because it doesn't spin.
It should spin.
But it doesn't.
It only spins when he attaches it to his blaster and uses it as a blaster drill gun.
So since it doesn't spin, it's not really a drill. It's a drill head.
Yeah.
Which would make more sense every time he swings it if it spins. Because then I could be like, well, you just have a swinging drill.
Yeah.
You have a drill.
Right.
Your weapon is a drill.
He just has a weapon that breaks a lot.
Yeah.
and quite frankly,
It's not made of...
I don't think his weapon... so far, of the Red Rangers,
He's got the weak one.
Rocky had the saddest weapon.
Yeah.
Didn't he get the power sword?
No.
No.
What did he get? I can't remember.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He couldn't bring the power sword, remember?
No. Rocky's power was gain a broken back.
It never appeared again.
Yeah.
After we get Rocky, the power sword never makes another appearance ever
there
again.
There is no more sword of power.
So,
it's gone.
Of all the bad weapons we've seen, Rocky got the worst.
Because he got nothing.
Because he got...
Well,
I don't even think he was able to use that gun. Did he ever use the Zuranger blaster?
I don't know. I thought
he did.
He might have once or twice.
He might have.
Did he get a weapon in Zeo, though?
He gets the
In
Zuranger
Zeo,
blaster.
yeah. But when he becomes fucking Tyrannosaurus Red,
oh my god,
he gets like jack
what
and
weapon
shit.
did he get in Zeo? No, I can't remember.
I thought he had something in Zeo.
Oh my gosh. We'll come back.
Why do we have to ask fucking questions? This
Because
is a goddamn Jabba Wrestling
answers.
Corner where we ask stupid fucking
But
questions.
while you're doing that, we'll continue. So they fight, they morph, they fight off the Quantrons.
And this is where we get to see the Megazord come together.
Yes.
Yes, and by the way, once again, I'm going to be able to prove this later on. This Megazord is at least 40% automated. Other Megazords have not been automated. This is not just that they automatically knew how to pilot it.
Now,
this sword is 40% automated.
I want to ask this. We know that the original Sentai footage is a digital team.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And this Megazord is forming in space.
Yes.
From what I understand, they fight in both real world and some sort of jacked-in state.
Okay, so this Robo-Zord is actually happening in space.
Yeah, from what I understand, this thing is in the real world,
okay.
and then somehow because there's weird episodes where like people like come out of nowhere or like phase into existence and different things like that.
Oh, that's right. He was still blue at that time, wasn't he? Yeah. So technically, he would have gotten, aside from the standard sword and gun that everybody got in Zeo, he got power tonfas.
He got the tonfas.
Yes, I do remember that now.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have got
Because Green got fucking hatchets.
Yeah, little two-handed hatchets.
Which is surprising because now we have a blue with a hatchet. Because you're not taking away that fucking power.
And who was around to see hatchets?
Billy. We've already...
Although apparently according to
We've already figured out Billy is God of Rangers.
Just saying.
But according to this, sadly, it's something that I don't think they ever used. Apparently Yellow got fucking nunchucks. And I don't remember that at all.
Probably in Sentai footage that we didn't use.
Exactly.
Because I don't remember that in our series even once.
But that's because, of course, nunchucks and then dumb little kids and whack!
That was a thing at the time. Nunchucks were actually like there was a weird thing where nunchucks could not appear on television.
Yep.
Like if like in Ninja Turtles, they took Michelangelo's nunchucks away and gave him like a rope.
Yep.
Actually, they gave him the baton things.
Yeah, but like in our Turtles, in the original Turtles, the 80s,
they
gave him a rope with a turtle shell on the end.
Yeah, I thought you meant the next mutation thing, which he got the baton things, but
yes.
So they transform the Astro Megazord and take out Astronema's ship, which, if she was actually on there, this would be a short series.
Right.
This is the first time that they've ever had to form a Megazord, by the way, without having... This is more proof that Billy may have made this. This wasn't just like they couldn't just pass knowledge through the grid and say, hey, this is how this is done. And the reason they couldn't do that is for one simple reason. This Megazord had never been formed.
Yep.
He was missing the head. He was missing
He
the
was
shuttle.
missing the head.
He was missing
He
the
didn't
shuttle.
even know it was a thing.
Yep.
That part.
Although, to make matters worse, they took off on the big ship and left their fucking space shuttle down on the planet.
You noticed that, too?
That magically showed back up because they're like, fucking...
Because it was automated.
Got to do the thing.
It was designed to meet back up with the ship, and here's what was really going on.
And that happens later on when they get to other...
Zordon
Yeah.
meant for this guy to go out and collect a team. After he had a team, he would finalize the team by granting them a Megazord. They were not supposed to be in combat yet. They were supposed to be training and finding members.
Yep. Because Alpha even overrid everything. It was like, here's a Megazord, go!
But they entered combat early, and one of the members paid the price.
Yep.
Zane.
They thought they were ready. They were not ready.
And Zane paid the price.
And Zane paid the price.
Nearly his life.
Nearly his life, yes. But the Megazord, it's never been used. They almost didn't form the thing right. There's a little bit of trouble, like, unlike every other time with like, oh shit, form the Megazord. Fucking crazy stuff. This time they knew they had to like fly around and do this, but like they had to work with one another to make it happen because this was the first time they'd ever had to actually do it. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't just some weird memory that had been implanted.
I don't know if it was this episode or one of the other episodes. It's like they just parked the shuttlecraft into the ship.
Yeah, they just parked it in, and then they're like, okay, now we got to morph, and then it fucking goes back out. And it's like,
because it shoots out with blinding speed and rips around as the rest of the Zord forms.
And, to make matters worse, we'll notice it in later episodes when they use the Megazord. Proof is in the pudding here. There's other times where other people will sit in the fucking cockpit. That's Red Spot. That's always been Red Spot, is at the front. There's other times you'll have Ashley fucking pilot it, or Carlos might pilot the Megazord. TJ has.
Well, especially if the episode is about them.
Right.
They get to call the Megazord.
They'll get to call it and pilot it.
It's their episode.
And Red will just, I guess I'm fucking running systems checks now.
But I can prove to you that part of the reason that that's okay is because the Megazord is at least 40% automated.
Yep.
They don't do everything that they're doing. They have a basic control over the Megazord, and there's an AI that does the rest.
The AI, the DECA AI is...
DECA.
Yeah, because like I said, there's literally... Red's cockpit is most of the controls. Everything else is keyboards for you to do system checks.
Yep.
Which is why it was weird later
on.
Or
download fucking music off of fucking Napster, since that was still a thing then.
A few episodes later when Alpha took command of the Megazord.
That's exactly what I was getting at. Alpha does not pilot it. He just tells it what to do. He says, weapon systems, go on the defense, use the shield.
Yeah.
And the Zord is automated enough for an AI system to simply know, I should be attacking now.
Yep.
I should be defending now. But then when it starts getting into trouble, it doesn't have any instinct. No. So it doesn't know how to protect itself properly because it's about 40% automated. The Rangers being there is important.
Yes.
Yep.
But a good
as soon
portion
as they
of
get
this,
in it later,
a good portion of this Zord is doing its own battle.
Right.
So what they're doing is they're like, I know we need to attack. We don't quite understand these systems yet. This, and they're kind of grabbing the controls and they're going at it. And as they're testing, the Zord is filling in the blanks.
Well, what happens at the end of this episode? I can't quite remember.
The end of the episode,
after they destroy the ship,
they're talking about.
I gotta go get charger. Phone's gonna die. Damn notes.
They're talking about getting back to Earth, and Andros is so reluctant to go to Earth for some reason. It's like he doesn't even want to go there.
He's like, he knows nothing about it.
Because Ashley,
I wonder if it was that or he has some bad history with Earth.
He knows nothing about it.
Ashley even
he doesn't know what fries are, doesn't know what milkshakes are, doesn't know what a pool table is.
And he's
Hell,
like, never.
when they walk into the
surf shack,
when they walk into that, he's never been in a restaurant.
The surf spot, I think is what it's called.
Actually, we was going to bring that up in the next episode.
But he doesn't know what that thing is.
That is where the episode ends. They have to go back to Earth to get parts.
Okay, so origin-wise, because we always spend the most time on the origin before we cut into the big part of the review.
And thankfully not 5 episodes for an origin.
But to be fair, the origin always kills us about an hour because we got to talk about the foundations of everything that we're about to search.
After that, these next episodes will go quick.
Yeah.
This is a pretty solid origin.
I liked it.
It does a good job of setting the mood, introducing a new character.
Carries over,
mostly carries over, And I believe most all that I see in a legitimate way, and I'm ready for the rest of the series. This was a very solid origin.
Yes, I agree. I like this one. Is it the best? No. I've actually seen origins that are far better. Trust me.
So where are we at?
Space!
The third episode. Save our ship.
Now, this starts off on the Simu holodeck.
Yes, not Tommy. My God. TJ and Ashley.
They're fighting these things that we'll see later on.
The training protocol putties.
Yeah.
And then,
Which I think those are the putties in the Sentai footage, and the Quantitrons are the American
although
ones.
this is funny though, I don't know if it happened at the end of the last episode or this episode. I can't remember. But when they said that we need to go back to Earth to get
parts
supplies
to
fix the ship, and they're like, we need to set a course for Earth. Alpha's like, I can do that, and DECA's like, no, it's fine. I mean, I can easily course set. And then DECA just shut up.
Yeah. But Alpha, don't
That's
you know
he
that
turned
setting
her
a
off.
course is going to take a very long time?
No, he turned her off.
Done.
He turned her off.
Yeah.
He wasn't setting the course.
No,
right
he
before
turned
that,
her off, and he's like, course is set for Earth.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you is that for some reason, look, DECA was designed to be 40% an automated program that would help these Rangers that were not trained. Now
Right.
that Alpha's there, Alpha doesn't see a reason for DECA. When Alpha walked up to the controls, one of the first things that fucking Andros was telling everybody was like, this is how you fucking turn that bitch up. This is how you turn her off. You shut her up. Beep that button. Now, after he does that, DECA's like, I'll set the course because that's primarily my job. And Alpha's like, indeed, and just told her to shut the fuck up. And then he did it.
Yeah.
Why? Because DECA is a training program.
And now that Alpha's here.
Right.
Alpha doesn't see a purpose to it.
Which is the reason why later on he's like, or in that exact same instance, he's like, sorry, hopefully you don't hold a grudge. I'm an AI, I can't hold a grudge. Zap! Sorry about that. Holding a grudge. But yeah, we have the VR footage because we done fucked up. So they gotta use it to pad time because we done fucked up.
And then we have a bit of a...
Oh yeah, and then we also have Metal Trash Bulken Skull finding
Well,
finding
actually,
UFOs.
I was going to bring up the Andros Ashley relationship starting, but
Oh yeah, there's that too.
You can already see it, bro. She's got a huge thing for him.
yeah, Bulken Skull finally shown up after what 2 previous episodes of them being in the credits,
Right.
yeah.
for some reason, and they're just now showing up with
Yep.
their telescope and sees the
Well,
Dark
Skull,
Fortress,
Skull,
I
Skull sees a black hole, only to find out that Bulk took off the cap
Yep.
because Skull is that dumb. That dumb.
He said, the space between your ears is a black hole.
Yep.
Accurate. Very accurate.
Yep.
And yes, they do see the Dark Fortress.
now
Yeah.
for me these first 15 episodes, the Bulken Skull stuff was just a waste of time.
Exactly. That's the point.
Here's
it's
the
there
thing.
to waste time.
It sucks that it's a waste of time though.
But there is a little bit of legitimacy to them.
yeah.
They no longer have a job.
Yeah.
Okay,
In fact, they don't even act like cops anymore.
they've lost their job, and they've done a bunch of different things in their lifetime.
They did bring up about being monkeys.
Everything that they've done in their lifetime has
Yep.
led them to. But listen, everything they've done
Yep.
in their lifetime has led them to
Yeah.
tragedy.
Yeah.
They're always chased by monsters and
Yeah.
getting fucked on.
They don't-
So what do? They decide, you know what's an easy, like, little profession thing that we can make
Astronomy.
money on? Let's, try astronomy. It's a dumb thing, but they're just trying anything. They're grasping at straws
If we
to
find
avoid
a
the
new
life
star,
they
we
have.
can name it and be rich.
So
Exactly.
they're trying this astronomy thing when they accidentally stumble on their normal luck.
They encounter the Dark fucking Fortress.
But
Yes.
they say to themselves, what if that's a UFO? And what if we can prove without a doubt it's a UFO? And then
Yeah.
we would be rich because we'd have the first official recorded evidence, and then we don't have to fucking worry about any of this crazy shit that always happens to us.
We can finally get out of Angel Grove.
Yeah. And in fact,
Which is like ground zero for monster attacks.
Exactly.
So they go looking for this guy that supposedly can help them sell this information and become rich.
Yeah. Which
They don't find out about him until they read the newspaper
Yeah.
in the
Right.
Substack.
Right.
Um,
But that's what they're doing,
Yeah.
is they're looking for a way to sell the information and
Exactly.
get rich.
And of course, to make matters worse, up until they even made mention of, we were monkeys a little while ago, back when they're reading the paper.
Yeah.
I was about to throw it down as, this completely ties into the whole turtles destroying reality bullshit, because now all of a sudden the juice bar is a fucking pizza parlor with the fucking pool table.
Believe it or not, it could be. Changing even the smallest little thing changes everything, and the fact that Ernie's doesn't seem to have existed.
Yeah. And not to mention the fact that Bulken Skull are acting
still
like
Angel
they were never
Grove
cops.
High School that they're
Exactly.
But Ernie's doesn't seem to have ever existed.
and Stone isn't there attending.
Exactly.
But
And
Bulken
they're
Skull's
not
still here.
cops.
And what Bill,
They were monkeys.
Yeah, they
There's
were
still
monkeys.
things that happened,
Not
but
every-
something is different because Stone is gone. Ernie never seems to have existed, and that spot is completely different. And
And they don't even act like they're fucking cops anymore.
Nobody even mentions it. There's never a mention that Ernie's was ever there. They didn't even come in and be like, is this a new place? Isn't this where Ernie's used to be? Be like, actually, they shut it down. Stone moved to California. Would have been a simple drop line.
Yeah.
They didn't give it. Why? Because after Ernie went away, wherever Ernie went, Stone may not have taken that job.
Yeah.
Stone couldn't have moved to California. They're
Yeah,
already
Stone-
in California.
Stone-
I'm just
could've-
saying.
I know.
But Stone could have technically stayed a cop, and Bulken Skull could have never become fucking cop, so Stone could be chief
because
of
it's
police
never
right
mentioned
now.
one time.
But
they
that
were,
still doesn't. But that
or
still would not.
detectives.
But it still would not discount the possibility that they had become monkeys because they're always getting fucked on.
Because
Yeah.
believe it or not, like Bill said, when you change the past, not everything changes, but there are slight. It could just be the slightest change.
So could we just ignore the Alien Rangers?
Please do. I don't like.
They still exist.
Yeah, because they show
would.
back up in the
But
Forever.
this is just a small thing.
Well, not only that, but at the same time, without the Alien Rangers, then we have no theories of Billy being anything worth a fuck.
But
so,
this right here,
sadly, they still have to exist.
this small little thing could very well play into the fact that something has changed in the history of the world,
Yeah.
and Stone, instead of taking over that business, he may have stayed a cop, and Bulken Skull may have after that mistake that happened that got everybody fired, maybe it got them fired, and that is it. And then if Stone remains a cop, guess what? Stone never takes over that Ernie's, and when Ernie leaves, for whatever reason he left, I know the original actor died, but in the actual continuity that we're talking about, that dude left, and he left the business to Stone. Well, this time there was nobody there.
So they just shut it
Or
down.
maybe
and
that
the
woman
fucking,
was there.
Adele.
Maybe it was given to Adele.
Don't you mean the head nurse from Scrubs? That's literally every time I see her, I don't even call her Adele. It's it's the nurse from Scrubs. Just fucking move on.
I only watched a little bit of Scrubs.
But it's
It's
very
only 'cause I
possible
remember
that
her.
it's very possible when Ernie left, he left it to her because
Right.
it also looks like this business is not new. It looks like it's been there.
It kind of has remnants of the Juice Shack.
Yeah,
Right.
there's some stuff that looks similar.
I could-
Exactly.
when they walk in, I'm like, okay, they're at the Juice Shack, even though it's not. I can still feel it. Like the atmosphere is still there.
Right.
Well, I mean, this
But-
building down here used to be a Pizza Hut. Now it's Taco Shack.
Yeah.
I can still see it every time I look
Yeah.
at it. I'm like, that's where I used to eat pizza.
Yeah.
So
This is
that's
the
where
same
I went
building.
and I had Pizza Hut one night and then got into a fist
So,
fight.
It's the same building, but something in the history is different because this lady is there, and nobody from this group, nobody from this group seems to know anything about Ernie. Nobody mentions
Right.
the juice bar,
Yeah.
right.
but they're you can say they're in the same place.
Yeah.
It's still Angel Grove.
Yeah, because my entire note is, okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there it is.
Even
Juice
though
bar,
when
back
I
to
saw
juice bar,
when I
but
saw
with
the
potato
search button,
bar.
I'm like,
There we
are they
go.
even still in Angel Grove?
Yes, they're
Yes,
in Angel
they are.
Grove. They even go to the same damn high school. We see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
there's an episode where they're walking through the hall.
And they're in the hallway that we know.
Yeah.
It's the
one
iconic
because
hall.
the
one
high
episode
school-
starts with the Angel Grove High School.
Which means
Yes,
that-
because the high school would not have changed much because it's still a school funded by the government, built by government fucking contracts, meaning Tatsu School of Construction wouldn't have done it. It would have been some fucking government contractor.
No, you fucked up. I wanted it to be Tatsu.
But
It
if it would have been Tatsu,
but it still
would be a little different.
It still would have
But-
been built to the specifications that the state laid down.
True,
That's true.
true.
Now-
So
and it
Tatsu-
still would have been named after the fucking city that they're in.
But Tatsu Constructional Industries probably did build the school.
Right.
That makes me feel better.
Along with the other
Exactly.
buildings that we see get destroyed throughout these 15 episodes.
Exactly.
Or at least, no, depends on how old the school is.
Yeah.
They never ever go into that.
They never
detail.
specify. The
Yeah.
school could be 120 years old.
Yeah, we have
Right,
no clue.
exactly.
So this thing could have been built years ago.
But anyway, so they get to the
And-
surf shack, and
Andros shows off some of his telekinesis
because
power.
Bulk is
Yes.
Bulk is kind of being a little in suffering right now. He's being a dick
Right.
because
He's
Skull
being a
forgot
dick.
his wallet and he's not sharing his food.
Right.
No. Once again, this is a character flaw on Andros. I'm sorry. It is. You took this part as a joke, and you're meant to look at this situation in the way you did. Bulk's being an asshole.
Yep.
Deserved it. Now I want to ask you a question. This one's important. When that motherfucker, your friend, tags behind you every motherfucking day, and you go up and you order the Monster Burger combo, and without asking, he just shoves his arm in there and orders the next thing on the menu off your paycheck every fucking time, and this happens week after week after week of, we should get pizza. I got $1.
I get.
We should go to McDonald's. Who's got me? Now, it's fine to cover your friend from time to time. This is not a stab, but it is a legitimate factor to say, we don't know how often this fucking happens.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
And maybe Bulk is fucking tired of it, and for once he's going to teach Skull something. These are my fries. This is my lunch. By the way, I have to admit, their comedy is mostly drab, and I don't laugh very often.
Right.
But for some reason, this time,
Was kind
I
of funny.
found this really funny when he said, "This is my lunch.
This is
your water. You may drink it."
Yeah.
Don't know
Okay,
why.
but-
You may
but
drink.
that was
You can
funny.
enjoy your water.
Yes,
I'm
but
going to have
remember,
my
Bill,
fries and
You
milkshake.
can think that, but you also have to think of it another way as well. What if this was the one time that Skull just forgot his wallet?
Could be, but since Andros doesn't know the situation, he intervenes without any knowledge, and this is a terrible leadership
It is,
idea.
but I'm going to. I can tell
get
you,
it.
I'm going to.
I know you want to defend him, but
Right.
this is bad. This is just like in Star Trek Enterprise, the very first episode when Trip decides that those aliens are in the wrong because she keeps tormenting that child. He's the one that jumps down her throat and he says, "Hey, what's your fucking problem?" And the person with actual knowledge of the event steps forward and pushes him back and says, "You're going to cause a problem. She's weaning her child of the air. They have to reach a certain air. They have to reach a certain age, and then they have to be weaned of the air. She's not suffocating or hurting that kid. This is necessary." Well, he didn't have the information. He jumped like an idiot. He was treated like an idiot. He almost caused a literal... If a human had grabbed up some mother on that space station and stopped her from weaning her child, which could have caused real damage to her kid, we could have been looking at an interstellar incident.
Yep.
Andros does not have the information to stick his nose into this debate. And I get it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But this character trope is bad because this is a small situation. What happens when he sticks his nose into a big situation that he doesn't have the knowledge for?
No, you got to understand this. I get where you're coming from.
Oh, don't worry. He does
but
later
Andros doesn't
on.
like bullies, and all he sees is my friend is hungry, but I'm
Yeah.
not sharing my food
He
with
do-
my
he
friend
doesn't like-
because he made one little mistake.
And
Yes,
I get it.
And he doesn't like bullies, and we get that. He also doesn't like thieves.
Yeah, and we
But
see
once
that happen
again,
later.
without actual knowledge of the situation,
Yes, he
Yeah.
is naive.
badly.
Yes.
But his naivete is not limited to his naivete. He also is impulsive upon his naivete.
Yeah.
I'm going, like I told you.
That's a character
There is
flaw that's
reasons-
not good for
there is,
leadership.
there is big reasons on why Andros is the way he is. Plain as,
Yeah, because
plain as
he's a child
day.
orphan that
Because
was
he was a
taken in by
fucking
fucking Zord.
yeah, he was a goddamn mullet baby. That causes fucking problems that are hard to fucking outlive.
True.
He's a goddamn mullet baby.
Mullet babies.
We will get there. So he uses his telekinesis to put hot sauce in Bulk's milkshake. Bulk drinks his milkshake. Acts like I don't know. Okay, there's no brand on that hot sauce. It just says hot sauce.
It must be really fucking hardcore, or he must be really fucking. Here's the thing: Michelle thinks a spicy chicken is spicy, so maybe Bulk fits in that category.
Yeah, because I seen the hot sauce. I'm like, dude, it's in a cold milkshake.
Right.
How hot is it really?
And to make it worse, again, it's in a milkshake. You know what neutralizes the acid in hot sauce?
Milk.
A base, which is milk.
Milk.
Yeah,
So to be honest with you,
It was on the cream.
it was on
Which
the
is
whipped
still
cream.
a fucking base.
Yes,
Yeah.
but yes,
So it's gonna
yes.
neutralize
and he
the
drank, and he
acid.
took a drink out of it.
Yeah.
Like
So
he didn't just lick the fucking
He's a
whipped
light.
cream.
He's
Yeah.
a lightweight
He's a
like
lightweight.
Michelle.
Yeah,
To be
it's-
fair,
it's
Michelle
kinda
has a
like-
reason to be a lightweight, but
yes,
regardless.
But that's still like the time I went over to Shane's when fucking Amanda came back with the hot sauce. She's like, "Oh yeah, Shane can't have this. He fucking cries. Here, you have some." I was like, "Okay." I take the hot sauce and it's burning my tongue out of my skull, and I'm like, because I'm used to spicy bullshit. So he is super fucking lightweight if he's drinking it with milk.
Yeah.
And you know how I killed the heat? Water. You know what you're not supposed to kill heat from a hot sauce with?
beer.
Water.
'Cause
Well, beer,
I've
too.
done that
So
too.
here we go. After all that plays out, we
They
figure
go
out
get
that-
equipment, and they find out they're being followed.
Yes,
And you know what's
The
great?
dumbest thing.
You know
I
what's
saw.
great? This is like, what, the third or fourth time within like the last year or so where, hey, we need equipment to fix our intergalactic space travel bullshit. Oh, hey, look, Radio Shack.
Radio Shack.
Radio Shack has everything for your interstellar needs. Too bad it went out of motherfucking business.
Yeah, I noticed that too because when he came out of the store, I'm like, "Would you go to Radio Shack?
Yes.
Does Radio Shack just sell
well,
everything?"
no,
you need?
I don't know what they were getting because they were not getting the supplies. Nasada was resupplying.
Yeah,
them.
they were.
That's
And
true.
here's another thing too. This is interesting because it goes into when you have a competent villain, you have to have competent heroes because we have to rise to meet them. She knew that they need the fucking head of the Megazord
Yeah.
because she'd already seen the motherfucker once and she wasn't going to see it again. So she said, "It's on that planet. Blow it the fuck up. Blow it the fuck up so there's no goddamn Megazord."
Yeah, without the head of the Megazord, you just got a
So what do they
flailing
do?
body.
So what do they decide? Instead of keeping, and I know this, I think there's nearly not much else to mention in this episode except for they
Klinter
fight
shows up.
Klinter.
The
The digital guy. Yeah.
Okay,
Digital
we'll
guy.
talk about that here in a second.
with his cape.
One of the things they decide to do is they take that ship, and from now on, they will not be parking it on the planet because it's too vulnerable.
Right.
From this moment on, she made a move. They have to make a counter move. That counter move is we're staying the fuck up here.
And they just
But of
Because
course,
Nasdaq is now nuked.
But of
Yes.
course, that's after, while they're carrying Radio Shack supplies, they go, "Fuck, quick, we gotta go." Why? We're being followed. By who? And they turn around to an empty city
Yes.
full of putties.
Yes, I hated that part where they run behind the building, and then fucking Andros looks over, and they're just standing there watching them. Like,
Yeah.
So what was the need to go?
Yeah, what was
around?
the need to turn around this corner and try to fucking hide?
You're not hiding
We don't know what
because
happened.
they weren't
there.
behind
Look,
you; they were to the side of you.
But we
Yeah.
don't know. We don't know what just happened there. His equipment could very well be faulty. We already know that he needs fucking diagrams and cheat sheets.
Right.
But anyway,
There was probably some equipment that he
So-
did need that he
they
couldn't find
fight.
so far.
They fight in
No,
the middle.
well, we mean the fact that he knew he was being followed, and then yeah,
So they fight in the
We're-
middle of Angel
the
Grove.
fact of we're being followed
empty
and
road.
we need to run away. And then there's an empty road in Angel Grove
I'm
full
sorry,
of putties.
but that's like me fighting a bunch of putties in New York.
right.
Empty road in New York. No such thing.
but
Right.
but then they fight these Quantrons and they beat their ass once
Right.
again in standard human form.
Yes.
Yep.
Everybody knows.
The
that
humans,
they get
the
augmented.
fucking people that become Power Rangers, their human sides are augmented. They
Just-
are augmented superhumans.
Just because
and-
their own
and no,
continuity
technically it's this
fucks
one.
up, and Rocky breaks his
no.
back,
This is where
even though he can't
comes
break
in
his
and
back,
comes out.
falling
Yeah,
out of a
goes in
ring
the-
when he falls out of a Megazord?
Right.
Because they demorph sometimes mid-fall, and he lands on his back and he gets back up. If I'm a Megazord, but I fall out of a fucking 5-foot-high ring, I'm done.
Yep.
I'm done. Back broken, done. Give my morph to that kid.
Yeah.
No, that's bad content. It's just...
So now, what else is going on in this episode?
There's not really much.
Let's see. Introduction to the digital big bad. Oh, this is where it is.
By the
Shuttle
way,
locks into
hold
position,
on.
and then
Hold on.
Yeah.
This is important. Once again, fucking character flaw. When Ecliptor showed up, what happened?
He had a cape on.
What happened?
besides that, I want to say they started to fight.
And nobody's noticing this. When Ecliptor showed up, he stood in front of the Rangers, and the very first guy to jump without any instruction to his team was Andros.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's
Andros
right.
knows he clipped her.
He knows Ecliptor. These guys don't. He didn't explain the situation. He didn't say a goddamn word. He said, "That's Ecliptor. Spiral Saber," and just jumped in and got his ass whooped.
Yeah, because he fucking went down. and
Oh,
he
it's
went
one of
bam,
those
and he-
cases of breaking the sword.
And Ecliptor
Yeah.
took that hit and he was like, go away.
Yep.
And the other Rangers were unprepared for the situation because they were given no leadership whatsoever and no warning whatsoever other than, "I'm going to do this, you guys stand back."
Yep.
I'll get to that.
And then he didn't bother to warn them until all of a sudden he was like, "Oh, the shadow thing. What shadow?" Overgird.
Yep.
And so, you know how the fights go. They win and episode ends.
The episode ends.
By the way, this is important. They killed Ecliptor.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had their first real Megazord battle, not just against a spaceship, but against an actual giant creature thing.
Yep.
Yep.
And they kill his ass.
Ecliptor shattered.
Yep.
Not exploded, shattered.
But then they tried to play it off like, oh, he can make Ecliptor clones and do crazy shit, which they never
Which-
fucking do again.
But here's the thing.
Dragon Ball Z syndrome.
But here's the thing. In order to believe that, what was Ecliptor's actual purpose there? Gather intel on the actual strength of the enemy.
Yep.
He was not there to win that fight to begin with. So, the fact that the Megazord won was nothing more than testing the water and saying, all right, this is pretty much what we're up against.
Did they give you a challenge? No, not really.
So, Andros and Ashley are at a pool table, and Andros is like, "I've never played a pool before."
Oh yeah, no. Then for their quote relationship bullshit,
Yeah.
it's you teach me telekinesis and I'll teach you how to play pool.
Which is fine because he doesn't know a goddamn thing about anything Earth.
So,
Yep.
so learning pool, and she wanted to learn telekinesis.
So
I mean, is it a fair trade? Absolutely.
now
fucking
back
not.
at the Dark Fortress, we have Astronomer with a change of hair, color, and style.
She does that all the time.
Every two fucking episodes, the hair changes.
And
Yep.
she goes walking over to a tortoise saying, "I have an idea. Fires the satellite lasers into New York City."
in the
To
suit.
which case, well, now that we have forced dumbass
Yeah.
as one of the henchmen,
He's like,
Oh,
New
yeah.
York
New
City."
York City, and all I could think of is those stupid fucking salsa
Yeah.
commercials,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Now,
you son
but
of a
why
bitch.
was Rygor sent? Because Rygor just succeeded. Let's put this in quotations. He just succeeded in defeating the Power Rangers, and Astronomer has already fucked up once. So what'd they do? They sent her a general who already has first-hand experience with these exact people.
Yep.
Is he incompetent? Most definitely.
Oh, very
But-
much so.
But he was
Oh,
with
yeah.
the big baddie
But-
that won.
Yep, because
so
he
he
won.
gets credited as
Yes.
a win.
Yep.
Now,
Yes.
when the laser gets shot down onto the sewer lid, it's like, this looks like the opening of the Turtles.
And
The
then,
actual Turtles.
and then the fucking turtles come out.
They get teleported or beamed out somehow.
They do their stupid talking.
They're weird voice actors.
Yeah,
And
by
they-
the way, because we'll just jump this into the next episode as well. They changed the fucking voice actors for the Turtles
I know.
for this.
So basically, the episode ends with the turtles coming out of the sewer.
The turtles being summoned from the sewers.
So